player ratings. Help me out with the player ratings. I am going to start with the goalkeeper. I know he made a couple of mistakes, but he didn't cost us a goal. He has to get an 8, man. Like those saves, that save from Edouard in that second half save right after halftime, it could have been 2-1 to Crystal Palace either side of halftime. They could have got a goal before halftime and another goal after halftime. So it could have been 2-1 to them, and he made the crucial save. So he gets an 8 for today. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know if you agree, but the saves absolutely crucial in a clean sheet in the first game. RAMSDALE loves a clean sheet. RAMSDALE definitely loves a clean sheet. So nothing to complain about apart from the kicking. He needs to do better there, but saving, great. Leadership as always great. He looked like he wasn't ready for the season a couple of times. You know, when you look at someone and you can tell he's guilty. He looked very guilty when he gave away the ball. The next one is Zinchenko. I've given Zinchenko an 8. I've given Zinchenko an 8 for today. I mean, did he do anything wrong, really? He got an assist. He kept a clean sheet. He was very good in terms of defending against Jordan Ayew. Maybe if he got past him maybe once, apart from that, he was absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to give Zinchenko an 8 for today. What a debut. What a Premier League debut. You cannot complain about that at all. And you can see the quality. If you sign players, quality players, you get the quality in return. But if you sign players for 1 million, you're going to get exactly that. Remember, Ranason, if you sign a player for 1 million, you're going to get exactly that in return. But Zinchenko today, fantastic. 8 for him. Saliba. I've given Saliba a 9, man. What the hell, man? What was that performance, man? It seems like he's been playing here for 10 years. What a player, man. Tackling, 10 out of 10. The pace, 10 out of 10. There's a time Ben White, I think Zaha ran past Ben White. Good for Ben White not to foul him because he was on a yellow card. And then Saliba just made a crucial tackle before the referee gave a free kick. Not for that challenge, but for a challenge before. That tackle from Saliba was immense. In the first half, the clearances, like they were getting past Gabriel and then they were meeting, obviously, this guy. I mean, last season and the other 2 seasons, they were getting past Gabriel and then they would meet someone like a Chambers or something. They're like, celebration, we're going to get a goal. This time he gets past Gabriel. There's Saliba there, there's RAMSDALE there. I cannot complain at all. Saliba gets a 9, and I'm thinking I'm going to give him man of the match, I guess. I cannot fault that performance. That was his debut away from home. Not away from home against a Fulham, no disrespect to them, against a Crystal Palace that is very tough to play against. They drew with Man City there last season. They trashed us there. They trashed Tottenham there. They beat Man United there. I mean, it's not an easy ground to go to. Those players, they have a lot of flair players like Zaha. I don't know where Olise was today. But as all those guys are very quick, they're no joke, man. Ben White, he got a yellow card. That's why he doesn't get a 9 or so like Saliba. But I could easily give him a 9. If I was giving halves, I would give him 8.5. But dealing with Zaha the entire game, 20, 30 times he tried to dribble past him, maybe succeeded twice or something. He has to get way above an 8. I mean, if someone complains about Ben White from today, they're trying to reach. That is not being fair. If you complain about Ben White from last season, you can say, yes, a couple of games are terrible. But he was not our biggest problem last season. Ben White is still a good defender, and as I said, with Saliba coming in, I don't think it's as easy as Ben White drops to the bench. I actually think Arteta is kind of a bit relieved, not that Tomiyasu is injured, but that he doesn't have to make that decision right now, because it would have been so hard for him to just leave Ben White on the bench or leave Saliba on the bench. Look at both of them on the pitch at the same time. Absolutely immense, man. Like, clean sheets are almost guaranteed. If you have them on the pitch at the same time, clean sheets are guaranteed. So Ben White gets an 8 for today. Amazing performance from him as well. Marking Zaha out of the game. Those guys are predicting 3-1 Crystal Palace. Zaha's 2 goals. Nah, not with Saliba and Ben White there. Not at all. Ben White gets an 8. Gabriel. Gabriel is the next player. I have given him an 8 as well. I mean, you cannot fault the defense at all. I've given 3 of them 8s and 1 of them 9, but could easily have 9 for all of them. But Gabriel, a couple of times, he could have given away a penalty, a bit shaky. Not his mistake, but needs to be more aware, but it's good. I know he's one of the best defenders. I know you cannot replace Gabriel. Like, there's no way. I had someone saying maybe you could see Saliba and Ben White together. No, Gabriel can never leave this team unless he's injured or suspended, especially that the fact that he's a left-footed centre-back. He'll start all 38 games as long as he's fit. He's definitely not going to leave that team. And what an immense performance from him as well. We only allowed them maybe 2 good chances. And something I forgot to talk about Ben White, that's chance Crystal Palace had in the second half. Ben White was out of position. I don't know where he was, but Odegaard was in the right back position and they passed the ball through him very easily. And that's how they created the second chance. But apart from that, cannot complain at all. So the defense, they get an average of like 8.5 today. Absolutely fantastic. Midfielders, Granit Xhaka, diving. You get a -1 straight away for diving. But apart from that, I mean, solid in midfield. Didn't really. There's a couple of times you watch Xhaka and Nania together, sometimes with PARTEY, and you're like, where the hell was the midfield today? You could see them. Like Crystal Palace are not just getting past the midfield that easily. He was okay apart from the diving and complaining and arguing, and also playing with a yellow card. You know, Xhaka playing with a yellow card the entirety of the second half. We are even lucky he didn't get a red card. So I'm going to give him a 7 for today. Apart from the diving, he was good, and I don't think he's going to be dropped from that team anytime soon. PARTEY, 8, man. Straight 8 for Thomas PARTEY. Very solid in midfield. Could easily have been a 9. I was actually thinking about giving him a 9. They did not get past him. He was getting in the box, clearing the ball, pushing forward. He was opening spaces. I don't think did anyone get past PARTEY today? I don't think he lost a battle at all. I'll look at the stats later in a different video, but today I cannot complain at all, man. You can tell if PARTEY is not in that team, you're in big trouble. Big trouble. And what a change. Last season in this game, he got subbed off with an injury. This time, he probably gets almost man of the match alongside Saliba and the other defenders. Very good. He gets an 8. He has to be there. I really hope he keeps fit, because if PARTEY stays fit for 38 games and he stays available for 38 games, hopefully nothing happens other than the injury, we are going to get top 4 automatically. He's very good in that midfield. Quality, man. Quality. It's just the injuries that have ruined him. Martin Odegaard, I have given him a 7. Created maybe 1 or 2 chances, but he got a couple of opportunities to shoot the ball, and he tried to cut back to his left foot, and that you cannot do that. Just try to shoot the ball. In the first minute of the game, he got the ball on the right side and he tried to pass the ball to Saka and he lost the possession. Just try to shoot the ball. In the new season, first 5 minutes, you get a chance. Just try something. Just try to shoot the ball. Just try to test the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is not ready. He's not warm yet. Just try something. But he was trying to pass. And then in the second half, when he had that chance to shoot the ball, he passed it. He tried to pass it again, and that was an open chance for him. So apart from that, I'm going to give him a 7. I know it's going to be better than this. I mean, right away from the next game, don't be surprised if it's a 9 from him. You know he's going to open up spaces. But today, 7 for him, mostly because of not taking the chances in terms of shooting the ball. The forward players, Gabriel Martinelli gets an 8. He scored a goal. It's going to be a big season for him. I know he's going to get goals. I know he's going to get assists. Very good player. And luckily, it seems like he's recovered 100% from that injury that was affecting him 2 years ago. He's recovered from that. Every time Martinelli or PARTEY go down, I'm like, I hope it's not an injury, because I'm afraid, like scared every time Martinelli goes down. But it doesn't seem like that. It seems like he's recovered fully. It seems like he's ready to play another full season. Like last season, didn't play the whole season, right? Smith Rowe was playing the first part of the campaign. This season, Martinelli could play every single game. And I asked in the match builder for the guys who aren't there, do you think Smith Rowe will get a bit frustrated because Martinelli will be playing every single game? Will Smith Rowe get a bit frustrated with the lack of? I know he's going to play sometimes in the Europa League, but maybe he wants to play in the Premier League because of the World Cup coming up. I don't know, because Martinelli is looking very good. Got a goal in his first game. Cannot complain about that. 8 for him. Opened the first goal of the Premier League season. That will always go down to in the record book. So well done to him. Bukayo Saka also gets an 8. I think they're a bit equal. Martinelli got a goal, but I think in terms of the whole game as a 90, I think they're a bit equal. Saka gets an 8. He helped us with the second goal, and is always a threat. The defenders are always busy when Saka and Martinelli are around, and that is why I love the 2 players. Cannot complain about Saka at all. Once again, he's one of the first players in your team, and those 2 players deserve a new contract. Saka and Martinelli, please, we are not supposed to be joking around. Bellerin gets more than 100,000 a week. Torreira was getting more than 100,000 a week. Give that money to Saka and Martinelli. If they're happy with like 80 to 100,000, I'll be very happy. Those are the players who deserve it, man. So Saka gets an 8 for today. Really good once again. Did he make any errors or anything? I mean, he did miss a couple of shots. I know that. In the second half, he did get a couple of chances and shot off target, but he's a threat. He's a massive threat. And then Gabriel Jesus, yes, he didn't score, as people have been saying, but that run in the first half, just the way he's just putting the defenders, like the defenders have to work so hard. They have to foul him. The referee didn't give us a couple of free kicks where he was supposed to give us. Jesus just battling it out, and he's a busy guy. He's not like, I mean, I said Lacazette. Let's not say Lacazette and Aubameyang were terrible players. In the first two seasons they were at Arsenal, they were very, very good. Like that 2018-2019 season, they almost single-handedly carried us to the Europa League final. Aubameyang and Lacazette were very, very good that season. Lately, though, they weren't that good. And Lacazette, yes, he will hold up the ball and then give it to the wingers, to Saka, Martinelli, and then wait for a cutback. But Jesus, he will run to midfield. He will run to the left side, to the right side. He will win you a couple of free kicks, relax, take a bit of time away from the clock. Very, very good, man. And I have no doubt he's going to score the goals. When he starts scoring, as you saw, he's going to score every single game. And I would love to bet on it. He'll score in the next game 100%. So really, really good to see. I'm going to give him an 8. I've given him an 8, but Martinelli and Saka's 8s are higher than his. And so it's an 8 basically heading to a 7.5. I think Martinelli, I think the defenders were all better than everyone else. I think Partey was better than Jesus today. Saka and Martinelli were almost the same. The forward players just needed to take their chances when they came, and they worked hard as well. So Saka gets, Jesus gets an 8, Martinelli gets an 8, Saka gets an 8. Bench players, do you really need to do the bench players? They weren't on for so long. So Nketiah, standard 5, Tierney, standard 5, and Lokonga was on for like 1 minute, so standard 5 for him as well. Now the manager, they asked him very, very hard questions yesterday in the press conference. They were trying to pressurize him. They asked him, first game of the season, are Arsenal ready this time around, or is it going to be a chaos like last season? And he said, no, we will see. Crystal Palace is a tough game, but I feel like we are ready this time around. Yes, it looked like we were ready, especially the first 10 minutes of that game. We exploded really, really well, created a few chances. The subs, I felt like he waited a bit long for the subs, 82nd minutes, I mean, but can you really say that? Because we kept a clean sheet. I don't think they obviously can't sub off the defenders. I wouldn't even have taken off Zinchenko, but anyways, Tierney coming on is not a problem. The forward players, I don't think I had any problem with them. Maybe, who do you really take? Do you really bring in Pepe when you're leading 1-0? No, that is suicidal. You need someone who needs to work. So maybe a Lokonga should have come on earlier in the last 20 minutes just for energy in midfield. But hey, we got a clean sheet. We opened up this season with a 2-0 victory. The new players that people have been talking about have done well. Zinchenko, clean sheet, assist. Jesus, very, very hardworking, very, very good player today as well. He didn't get a goal, but one of our top players again today. No one played poorly today. Saliba, that's just allowing Saliba to come back to the team. Very, very good. Remember what I said last time? Remember this? Arteta was not hiding Saliba from the Premier League. He was hiding the Premier League from Saliba.